If you can hear me, please say something in the chat, please. Good. And thank you for coming. Thank you so much. So there's a short section I'm going to have with you because we are having our new member orientation in an hour's time. That is a major section. And thank you so much, Rubin, Tamaklo, Cynthia, Samuel. So I decided to share with you what I've gone through in this past 3 months. Today is on the 19th. So I joined on the 11th of April, 2020 during this year where we were on lockdown. And as of today, I celebrated my 3rd month on the 11th of July. So if today is on the 19th, then it's 8 days from today. So 3 months, 8 days in WorldVentures. Wow. So I just going to show you what I've gone through, what I've been through, and maybe we can share some lessons. And if there are some quick Q&A questions, we can look at that. So let's go through. Those who do not know me, I'm Dr. David Boison, and I've been around since the last 44 years. Yeah, and I used to work with Ghana Port and Harbour Authority as the head of IT, and I've won several awards for them. I won an award in 2017 when we became the best port in management information systems. At that time, we had implemented the paperless port, and I was the concept developer and also the implementer of the paperless port. I can see that some of you saying you cannot hear. Please, if you can direct them to connect their audio, I'll be grateful. And Enoch Walanyo says, so if someone can do this for me, PC, you can do that for us, or any of the members. Newman is here. Okay, so like I'm saying, I won this award for Port of course, it's our team, Central Africa and then West Africa. And also when the new government came, I was also appointed as part of the committee for the paperless port. We developed the roadmap for the implementation of the paperless port, and this happened in 2017. I've done a lot of workshops for churches, and any team that calls me, I'm willing to help. I've done things about technology, things about supply chain. My background, I started as an IT guy. I was just playing with, I've not been to the university, and through this IT stuff, I got into the university. Interestingly, I didn't read IT. I read, because that time I developed a number of softwares for people, most of the institutions. At a time, I think there's a software called the School Administrator System. In fact, GES they were going to adopt that for the school selection system. I remember I presented that to Charles. And as young as I was, when they said I should sell it to them, I said I was not going to sell. Maybe I should have done that, okay? So I was doing a couple of things. So I did my first degree in accounting, and then I went back and did something in supply chain. I was bored with debit, credit, and all. I needed something that was risky, strategy. So I did supply chain and went back, also did another MSc in management information systems. And just after that, I did my PhD in business administration, but my focus was on the port industry. I'm a family man. I don't play with my family. I have 3 girls and 1 boy, and You can see the law on your right side. She is the law. She commands the house. She's the commander-in-chief. That's my dear Sarah. And let's see how I started. So there's a young, fine gentleman on the call called Newman Corte on the 10th of April sent me a message that, Doctor, there's an opportunity to earn extra income from home. Honestly, I think it was late then. He's on the call, so he's going to tell us what he did. And I think he gave me a call and said, Doctor, can you look at this? Now, Newman is my former student, CAS Europe, CAS France. He did an MBA, I think, in supply chain and operations management. And I taught them, I think, 3 models. I taught them operations management, I taught them global supply chain, and then I think supply chain optimization. So, I mean, we have been on good terms. And I even, he referred her sister, who was also doing the MBA in KNUST, who I assisted. So we are good friends beyond. What I do is I bond with my students. When he sent this to me, I said, okay, let me join. So what I did was I rather join at 3 p.m. the next day, okay? And that day, it was Kabute Okanse who was delivering the lecture. And seriously, I don't know what happened, but Kabute Okanse that day, when I said I was going to join, let me say this, the whole idea was to record the discussion because I had 2 PhD holders. One was a student who was actually sleeping in my house, and Dr. Noble, who was also sleeping in my house. But Dr. Noble has been here for 3 months. So when we wake up in the morning, what do we do? And I have very hard schedules, tight schedules. Whilst I teach in Ghana Technology University, we also have students we are supervising. Then we have PhD students we are supervising. And I'm a member also of the PhD panel. So you can imagine, most of the times you receive calls. And I also do, in our part, to say locum at Methodist University. I teach 3 subjects, all streams. So virtually I didn't have any time. So when Nima sent this to me, I said, okay, let me look at it and then record the findings. After the presentation, this young gentleman, Kabute Okanse, was the one who spoke to me. And I remember clearly when he said, this is a gift of life. That was what Kabute said. This is a gift. I had known Kabute on screen. I mean, those times, Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, they used to, I mean, do play for us. I mean, Uncle White, they've been there several times at the senior clubhouse. So he was somebody I admired. So it was even an honor having him to speak to me. And he said something, 3 things. Don't invite people to the Zoom call. Do a follow-up and set up a 3-way call. These are the 3 things this legend asked me to do. So in my mind, when I signed up, in my mind, I was going to travel, all right? Because I had gone to Italy and presented a paper, when the paper won an international award. But I spent $5,000. So I said, oh, I can't be spending that much. So what would be my next seminar? And you know, this conferences is what the university uses to upgrade. And conferences, if you attend conferences, you have more points in terms of grading. So that's what I had in mind. So when I set up the 3-way call, and I was just calling people, I was just sending the requests, all right, to any other person. Now, in 24 hours, I was told, and this was the message I saw. Kabute sent this in to me personally before he posted on this. And I remember I asked him the question, what does it mean to be qualified? And he says, you waive your monthly fees. Then I said, what do you mean by monthly fees? Are we to pay any fees? He said, yeah. If you are not able to waive your you pay monthly fees, but it's money that comes back to you to travel. So the money comes back to me even though if I pay. He says yes. And I said, that's not an issue. Anyway, I'll be saving to travel. But what I did was, okay, then I did some math. If I'm to pay monthly fees, if I decide even not to work, you look at the dollar term and you compare it to the depreciation of our city, it would have been better putting your money, even saving with WorldVentures, putting that money there so that at the end of the year you have it in dollar term. It would have appreciated. So I said that anyway, I'm not going to lose. So that's what I did. But I qualified in 24 hours, okay? And then in 72 hours after that, I was told that, Dr. Boison, you are a 2-star rep. Now, I went into the chat and then just picked these things up. It said Dr. Boison joined 3 days ago and has already personally signed up to 14 and built a team of 22, helping people as well. So in 3 days, he has waived his monthlies, made all his registration fee back, achieved tier one, Wings and Wheels bonus of extra 2,000 earnings, and 2-star in less than 2 months extra and all that. So I've earned almost $1,000. Folks, I had not gone to my back office. I had not gone there even to see what was happening. At this stage, I had not gone there. Now, in 6 days, I was told that I'm now a senior rep. Why this term, senior rep, what does it mean? And then Kabute told me, you'll be leveraging on $600. You have built a team in excess of 60. And that was when I started giving this special attention. Take note, I was still doing my research. I had devoted only 20% of my time because I don't have the time. So when they said I had ranked up to a senior rep, I think there was a call with Matt Morris, and let me play this for you too. Please listen. I hope you can hear.
Hey, Martin. Hey, sir. Yes, so. Oh, wow. I'm super glad to hear from you. So, on the call, I have 2 people. I have the gentleman that he marketing director a few days ago, about 2 weeks away to R&D, and that is Kabut.
So you can see that even when I was on the call, people were still calling.
You're gonna go all the way to R&D? Absolutely. So on the same call, we have a gentleman. I will let Kabute introduce that gentleman to you. Kabute, can you take it on?
Okay, thank you so much, IMB. So let me first introduce you to him. So Dr. Boison, this is IMD Martin Ibiho, whom you come to meet here in Ghana. I know you're just a week old, but I know you know Martin is the one who introduced me to this opportunity a year and a half ago. He literally is one of our global leaders in our company. He's really been a great.
And so the calls were coming.
Just in the business, and it took him 3 years to hit the top run. And it's been a great support all the way from Uganda for the entire team here in Accra, Ghana.
And at this time, I didn't know Martin. IMB Martin.
I don't know what to say about this gentleman. Literally, everything that we all know The entire team across Africa is indebted so much to this man. He's one of our global leaders. He will be the global top earner for WorldVentures across the globe. So you can imagine for him to talk to us, it's really, really precious for us. So Martin, this is Dr. Boison. Dr. Boison is a lecturer and PhD holder. He's joined our team literally exactly 1 week today, just 1 week today. And within 1 week, he has been able to hit senior rep in 1 week. He has personally signed up over 20, almost 30 people, and he's built a team of over 60 already. And so I believe that this is such a fantastic privilege for Dr. Boison and myself to connect to the two of you. So, Max, I'll hand it over to you at this point.
Awesome. Hey, congratulations. That is amazing, Dr. Boison.
Thank you, Martin.
What's your secret? I mean, 20, 30
didn't know
personals
who
in
was
a week.
Martin
That
and
is
who
one
was
of the
Morris
fastest
at the
starts
time.
I've heard of in a long
Interesting.
time.
Anyway, you know, we are on lockdown, so we are just doing publications, just doing research. I have my other fellow guy with me, Noble. But you know, Dr. Noble, so Newman introduced this thing to me, and I said that, okay, I looked at the model. And you know, at the PhD level, there are some tools and some procedures we use to check things ourselves. So I did my checks quickly and then decided to sign on. Because I had in mind that, anyway, the fact that other network marketing companies have failed doesn't mean that I have to approach everything with a closed mind. I need to open my mind and then assess this objectively. I did that, and then it worked for me. So I'm so grateful to Kabute. Kabute has been so fantastic. He has been so supportive. I can tell you that all the people, almost about 80% of those who are introduced to this new concept, they spoke to Kabute. I didn't do any work. I just introduced them. That is all I did, and it worked. You know, sometimes some of the guys, you tell them not to explain things, they end up messing up. Because already networking marketing companies across the globe do not have very good reputation. So if you don't kind of invite the person to listen to the presentation and you try to explain the concept which you don't understand, definitely you get to a point where you will not be able to explain, and then they'll be able to achieve whatever they will. I mean, already people come on the platform with a negative thoughts that they want to see something bad about the networking, about this company. I have had people send publications to me that WorldVentures, they've had court case and all that. And I say, okay, they had court case, I agree. I mean, any good thing has its own challenges. The fact that they've said something about them doesn't mean it's true. I'm a PhD holder, so I don't take those crap. So yeah. I just looked at it and I said that no, this thing should be good. Initially, I didn't take this thing serious until we received a mail that, hey, our salaries are not coming this month. Then I realized that, hey, I took the right decision, okay? So I just want to thank you guys for just having this an amazing concept. I had almost an hour discussion with Kabute on the compensation plan, and it was just wonderful. And I just want to attend the conference that is coming up tomorrow. I'll sign up immediately and then see how we take this. So thank you so much. And I'm privileged to meet giants like you guys, breaking barriers and just creating wealth and affecting people. Thank you so much.
Yes, well, it's an honor to talk to you. Congratulations on some quick success there. It's, it's amazing. I've been part of the company now for 11 years. The company's been around for about 15 years. And I was on a call with the founder. to have a guy, you know, the visionary behind the company who's every day, I mean, he's just got such an incredible vision. He's working hard every day from early in the morning till late at night. Just really, I mean, I've never met a greater visionary than him. And so I just think we're all amazingly blessed to be able to have, you know, found the opportunity and found something that's, you know, run by people.
That's what went on. So we have only 100 users. I can see people are trying to join, but they are unable. So 6 days, I became a senior.
Dr. Boison, hey, Matt Morris
Listen to my voice.
Amazing day with United. Hopefully you had a chance to plug in. Anyway, just wanted to leave you a message here. Congratulations on hitting director in 13 days. That may be the fastest I've ever heard. And you've obviously got something going on in a major way. And so I'll just tell you, you know, if you have what it takes to hit director, you have what it takes to hit IMD. And the fact that you've done it so fast is, you know, a testament to that. So keep it up, my friend. Let's drive hard for marketing director and all the way to IMD. You're going to make a huge inspiration for a lot of people and give a lot of belief to a lot of people who previously probably didn't think they could do it, but you've done it, my friend. So congratulations.
So in 13 days,
Dr. Boison, hey, Matt Morris here. Amazing day with United.
Sorry. So in 13 days, I hit the rank of a director. And it was just unbelievable. I didn't know what was happening. Then in 7 weeks, I became a marketing director. Now, director is building a team in excess of 180, and marketing director is 400. Now, I just want to indicate that initially, if I had not had an open mind to the message Newman sent to me, if I had not even logged in, I don't know what would have happened. Okay? I don't know what would have happened. But I had an open mind, but with a different objective: to collect data and not really to listen to what they were doing. Now here, the lesson learned is that information is very expensive. See, the rich people in the world is because they are more informed. They know something we do not know. But more often than not, there are volumes of information that churns out on our WhatsApp, Facebook, and all that, but we ignore. So I thought of it that if I had ignored this, what would have happened? Newman was the one who sowed the seed in me by sending me the link. The person who mentored me, the person who did 80% of the work was Kabute. And IMD Martin Indigo was the inspirer. So in this deal, you need these people. Everybody will probably get this three in his or her life with WorldVentures. You have someone who introduced you to, you have someone who is going to mentor you, and also another person who will be your inspirer. But the interesting thing is when I got to marketing director, I reset my clock to 0 as if I'm starting WorldVentures again. I don't know what came over me. I've made in excess of $11,000, 140 in 3 months. My card had come. When my card came, I had $8,000 on it. And then we've been told that salaries are not coming. So this was indeed a lifesaver. And what Kabute said was true, that this was actually a gift of life. So to date, personally, I have signed 47 people. Personally, built a team in excess of 500 plus. But guess what? When I hit this rank, marketing director, I had a serious attrition. All right? Almost 60 of the members said they were not interested. And that's the pitfall. We'll come to that. When I got to this rank. And IMD Martin told me something. And let me state that. Kabute had called me and said that, hey, you are close to hitting marketing director, get it done. That was a Friday. Saturday morning, my IMD Martin called me and said that, David, it doesn't matter what it takes. Doc, get this thing done by 4 p.m. So what did I do? I went all out. I was looking through my groups and I was sending these messages to them. I was calling them because then I needed to make this thing happen. I was not depending on the team at this moment. I had to make this thing happen. I made few calls. Some of the friends could not even pick the call. So I started calling those that I saw on our group pages who I didn't know. Fortunately, I had close to about 6 people who decided to join that same Saturday. All right? The pitfalls. So I said about 60 members dropped after I attained the MD rank. My own people around me didn't believe what I was doing, and we all observed that most of the times. My stepbrother, what hit me very hard, my stepbrother, who I was trying to help, exited on the platform and called me and said, why have you lured me into something that I didn't understand? I need a refund. And I don't need a refund from the company, I need a refund from you. So, this is somebody who comes to me most of the times for money. So I had no option. What I did was, I did a refund. Okay? I did a refund. This thing hurt me so much. Somebody I was helping, somebody had told that we could do this thing together and then make some money. So, the future with WorldVentures. IMD Martin says something, and let me highlight on that. He says, you cannot sleep like you are competing with the dead and expect to live a life like the one you admire. That's a powerful statement. So, at the marketing director level, I set out my new goals. I had my own dream and I set up my goals. And also, I decided to take some specific actions. I used to do 10 people a day on the call. But hey, I decided to increase the number to 20. So when I wake up in the morning, what I do, the first thing I do is that I go on my phone and look at the list. I've virtually written every single number on my phone, and then I've put them into groups. So I'll make sure I send the invite to 20 people, call all of them, and ask which time will be favorable. Some of them might say tomorrow, some of them might say in the afternoon, and I'll just indicate that. And then, ever since I joined WorldVentures, I have not missed Zoom presentation, ever since. Take note. I may have come and left, but I do that because I believe that those that ask to join will be there, okay? Then the action I decided to take, that action was the fact that I had to invite 20 people. So the dream is that I want to use WorldVentures to create wealth for my future generation. I will only stop when I'm done. So for me, when I get to IMD, that's not an issue. I mean, it's not the destination. The question is, have I been able to build that wealth for my future generation? I think I listened to one of the guys, either Roscoe Taylor, no, Eddie Head or Brown, who has been earning $54,500 every month for 12 years. See, this guy has done something phenomenal for his future generation. Because as long as WorldVentures will exist into the foreseeable future, just as we see as companies exist into the foreseeable future, you then realize that that guy would have built something monumental. So I will only stop when I'm done. So attaining regional marketing director is not the aim. Attaining national marketing director is not the aim, it's not the dream. International marketing director is not the dream. The dream would be that I would have been able to build this wealth for them. Okay? So I have decided now to get dirty. I've decided to get dirty. I've decided to go into the gutters. I do presentation to people. I move my car. Sometimes I go and meet colleagues and they say, well, WorldVentures, and I have my laptop. I have my projector also in my car. So when I move, everything is set. I'm a teacher, so I had these tools already, but I'm using it for WorldVentures. This used to be maybe my third job, but it's my second job now. So how dirty do I want to be? Some of us feel very shy to show this to other people. And they will say that someone told me that, hey, doctor, you of all people, this is what you are doing. Yeah, as long as it puts food on the table, I'm gonna do it. Once it's legal and it puts food on the table, I do not care. I will do it. I will go dirty and get it done. You guys remember this video?
Whatever it takes. Johnny said, this is not about building WorldVentures. This is about building your and your family's dreams. Your dreams are worth you paying the full price. There's nothing on sale. Anyone tells you can get your dreams on sale is full of shit. They are lying to you. The hardest thing in the world you will ever do is get rich. So if you want to get rich, you got to get off your ass and stay off your ass all the time. It's time for action. Whatever it takes, feel the adrenaline in your veins. Some of you guys have never felt the adrenaline in your veins. It's time. Get emotional, get passionate, get involved in your life. This is the company. There are no other companies. We've got the deal.
So, I don't know how you feel, but anytime I watch Marcus Seta, I have a different perspective to life. So in my mind, folks, I know we have 7.8 billion people as of March 2020 on Earth. Remember, WorldVentures is a little bit above 1 million people. So the prospect for the future is endless. Take note, because this population is going to grow gradually. Facebook had an average population of 1.73 billion on the average. Facebook. And Ghana is made up of almost 30 million people. Those of you joining from across Africa, look at South Africa population, look at Uganda population and all that. I don't know why you're saying you're still hovering around your friends, thinking that if those people have not signed up, it means that everything is gone. You get people who say that my friends didn't listen to me. Remember, Makaseta said that the most important thing to do in life is to get rich. Very difficult thing to do in life is to get rich. So those who see you and laugh at you, that is what you're doing. I'm full of PhD holders. I mean, they think I'm crazy, but that's fine. Because I think that this job is more honorable than any job you do. Honestly, let's face fact. This job, I decide how much I'm paid every Friday. I decide when to go to work. So which one is more honorable? Somebody manages your life and somebody tells you what to do with your life. The person tells you that on weekend come to work. So ask yourself, which of the jobs is more honorable? This is a numbers game. And if you look at the numbers we are looking at, then this is going to be serious. IMD Martin has given us a signal that there's going to be, the Ghana office might probably, may have seen that on the screen. Ghana office will be open probably very soon. I ask a question. What are you doing? What are you doing? The travel industry has $8.1 trillion. Take note. That's the global, in totality, that's the net worth. What is your share in this? The explosion that is coming ahead, looking at things, is going to be serious. Guess what? If Ghana is put on the Dream Trips app, this place becomes a destination that people are going to visit. There will be Dream Trips local. Hotels are going to upgrade themselves. Okay? WorldVentures is going to partner with Boti Falls, with Kakum Forest, Paga Crocodile Pond, name them, Mantinafa Jato. And do you know the kind of revenue that this country will be raking? Do you have any idea? So I'm talking to the Ghanaians. So you need to start all over again. Just today, I've gotten 4 people on Facebook. I believe that one is on here. So to conclude, let me say that it doesn't matter how slow I'm moving, as long as I do not stop what I'm doing. Guess what? I will only stop this when I'm done. So anytime you want to quit, remember, you have a goal. And that goal must be fulfilled. So thank you so much for your time. I quickly want some few people to say, I have IMD, I should have, if IMD Martin is here, let me check. Okay, I think, let me start first with, okay. Let me start with Newman. If Newman is here, Newman, can you unmute yourself? Can you accept? Yeah. Hello, Newman. This is a young man who introduced me to this whole concept. Newman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Dr. Boison.
Wow.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My face looks a bit scruffy. I mean, but I'm doing well. You know, so I saw this opportunity somewhere during the lockdown. A friend of mine had sent it to me earlier, but because of work, I couldn't really pay attention to it. So during the lockdown, I took particular interest in it, and then I watched it, and I was blown away. So quickly, I just signed up. And then I started looking for people to also join. And I think on the 11th of April, you also signed up as well. In fact, you were my first person I signed up. And, you know, you were just on fire. I mean, Dr. Boison in a day could sign up about 10 or 15 people. And I'm like, wow. You know, you took it by the bull, the horn by the bull, and then you went for it. I mean, I was so impressed. You know, I was so impressed. And I'm also trying to build my team. It's not been easy at all. And I always enjoy the motivational messages you send me, and, you know, and the little pep talks and all of that. It has been a good journey. So far, I'm a one-star rep. And, you know, with the way I'm going now, I believe that very soon I'll hit senior rep. You know, so the journey has been good. To all those on the call, I want you to stay true to this dream. It is a wonderful opportunity. Let's all hold it and then move with it. Thank you, Dr. Boison.
All right, all right. So there's a young man who brought me to WorldVentures. Let me see if my boss is here, Kabute. Wow, I've not seen Kabute. Kabute, if you are here. Okay, let me go to IMD Martin. I've seen Martin here. I hope it is. IMD Martin. IMD Martin, are you on the call? Okay. All right. So let me, if you have a question, you can raise your hand and let me take some 2, 3, 4 questions, and so that we can because we have new member orientation very soon. Any questions? Hello? Any questions? Okay. I think that is, but okay, there's a question. The triple. Yes, sir.
Hey, Doctor, good evening. This site is already late. How are you doing?
We are fine.
We thank God. I'm also grateful to talk to you, and I'm so impressed and encouraged of your story. I want to ask from you if maybe, because sometimes you find that the people whom you were very close, or you are the people that you thought that maybe you can even speak to them about the opportunity. Most of them, when you are into this company, they tend to block you. When you start talking to them, they don't even pick your call. You become like a bad person. I can speak about myself here. Where I am, I'm a pastor, and then most of the people that when you talk to them now, they look at you as maybe you are something that I don't know. Maybe you are evil or something. I started to make some friends on Facebook and WhatsApp and try to forget about them. But that thing also come back to me. I feel sometimes I feel ashamed when they do like this. It's like I'm a bad person. How do you do something like that? Thank you.
Okay, so what I would say is that take yourself as an example. I believe that whoever convinced you to join didn't have it easy, did he? or she? Did he or she have it easy? No. You understand? So there are different personality traits. So there are people who want more time to take their own decision. There are others who think that this thing doesn't worth it. But naturally, human beings will not want to be part of building something. We all want to be part to celebrate the success. Always have this in mind. So in the building process, you may not have very close people to you, to yourself, who will be part of the process. They wouldn't. Most of them wouldn't. All right. This whole concept, can you just imagine when I wanted to sign up, my dear wife didn't even agree with me. All right. So if in my house, my wife protested, how much more someone who is outside? So when in your mind you are doing this out of love, all right, you will not take this thing very personal or emotional. People need time to understand things. You might be a quick decision taker, but they might not be. It takes some people 3-4 months, some of them a year, some of them 2 years. But what is important is that you have spoken to the person. The contact is what is important. So when the guy goes to hear from another source, then he will come back to you because you made the first contact. You understand? So that's how it works. So those who have rejected you, keep the database. These guys are going to come back in explosion. And let me tell you, those who also sign up quickly without understanding the concept, they might also drop off sooner or later. That is why now you shouldn't be in the haste to sign up people. Let them understand the concept. Take time to explain the concept to them so that you wouldn't have that attrition in your team. Any more questions? If there's nothing like that, I'm going to post this video to you. And let me just tell you that, just like Makaseta said, 3 main things: be consistent, be consistent, be excited, and never quit. There's one more hand up here. Yeah, and then we can call it a day. Yeah, Hagash.
Hello, doctor.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Okay, so I think I've heard about WorldVentures and Dream Spirit for some time now. Prior to the Corona era, I really signed on it. But the question is, given all the situations surrounding Corona and then uncertainty when it comes to traveling and people being cautious and all that, what do you say the outlook is? Are we being too optimistic to say, yeah, everything will come back to normal and then people are going to travel all over, take their risks, travel all over around the world? Or probably we are still keeping focus based on the fact that we'll have a vaccine and then the world will come back to normal and everybody's going to travel all around the world. What's your take on it?
All right, I've done that. I've done, if you check me on YouTube, I've done something on COVID-19 pandemics. I mean, a very short video. But what I would say is that Corona is not going to stay with us. Corona will go. If it stays with us, we're going to live with it. We are not going to kill ourselves because of Corona. For WorldVentures, some of our people have started, I mean, even traveling now. There's a trip in just May in Croatia, a Dream Trips program in Croatia, and it's on Facebook. If you check on Power World, you'll see it. People are traveling. All right. So the travel industry is bouncing back. And because we've stayed in the house for a very long time, the explosion will be massive. And that is why this is the time to start working so that you also have your share. Because we are all home and we are tired staying home and everybody wants to move around. So it's an opportunity for you to join. The travel industry is bouncing back. Most of the countries are opening partially. Some are also closing down and all that. But in the very near future, borders are going to be opened, whether there is vaccine or not. What is important is that people are still going to travel, all right? And you need to just grab your share before it is too late. So that's my answer to that. So I want to thank you for the audience. I'm going to send the video to you. You can reach me, we can have a discussion. And remember, my vision is that I have this thing, fixed, all right? I don't know how to turn the laptop. If you can see, on the wall, I've pasted something there, and it reads the same thing I posted there, that my dream in WorldVentures is to create wealth for my future generation. And I will only stop when I'm done. Thank you so much for your time. And it's a privilege to have you on the call. I'm going to share the video as soon as possible. Thank you, and God bless you.